KUGAN CASSIUS Rifle Team in association with Macklin Gym Marbella at the Pride of Manchester press conference here. The final one, Crolla versus PEREZ 2, live on Sky Sports this Saturday night from the Manchester Arena. With me, I've got promoter Eddie Hearn. How are you?
How are you? Packed, but not quite as noisy.
Do you know what?
Yesterday.
It was interesting because like 3 days intense, blah blah. It's wherever Gallagher goes.
I know, more intense than others. Darley's PEREZ, who's never said a word, has basically decided that he can't stand Joe Gallagher. So he's just sort of following him around at the moment. And Joe was talking and Darley's going, ma. He must have watched your videos from Belfast. So no, there's a lot on the line. I expect a different fight. I think you're going to get a better Darley's PEREZ. He even looks better. You know, obviously he's been in Manchester before. Rumours that he was unwell last time. But you're going to get a much better Anthony Crolla as well, physically and mentally. So I think it's going to be a great fight. I think they're going to take more chances, more punches in bunches, more pressure, more combinations. I don't think it'll go 12 rounds.
Could this be a case of, and I hope it isn't, but obviously Anthony Crolla performed so well in that first fight and surprised a lot of people. The opportunity was in the first fight rather than in this rematch.
Maybe. I don't see why. I mean, you know, the fact is, in my opinion, I think most people's opinion, he won the first fight. He was the better fighter. So if he can execute a game plan, he should be the better fighter again. But, you know, everything came together for that moment, and everything needs to come together for this moment. He must take this chance. You know, will he get another world title shot off this? Maybe. But will he get an opportunity like this, second time in Manchester? Probably not. So he must take it on Saturday. And, you know, last time it was more about a celebration of him even being back in the ring. Do you know what I mean? And now it's more about, it's much more business-like from Crolla. It's not so friendly. It's not, you know, I'm so happy to be here. It's, I have to win this fight. I have to. And that's an interesting change of mentality going into the fight.
He's not the only Brit, as you said, fighting for a world title this week. Martin Murray faces Arthur Abraham, and we know what a tough task is going to be, especially in Germany for Martin.
I think Martin Murray's well fancied, and rightly so, but I think Arthur Abraham is also massively underrated. I mean, I think probably him and James DeGale standing tall as the top super middleweights in the world right now. And look at Abraham's resume, it's second to none. But he can be outworked and he can be outboxed, and I think that's what Murray's got to try and do. First time he's faced a real puncher at 168 pounds, so that's going to be interesting. But I believe he's got the mentality, the experience, and it could just be perfect timing for him. And Crolla, I've seen backed into a big favourite on Saturday night. Martin just a slight outsider, but what a night for British boxing. You know, and I think also don't forget to give a shout out to Lee Haskins as well, fighting in Vegas against Caballero for the IBF bantamweight title. So 3 Brits challenging for 3 world titles in 3 different countries. I think that just shows you where British boxing is right now.
And you fancy Haskins?
I do, yeah. I don't think Caballero, he's been out for so long. Something's not right about Caballero. Might be wrong. Been wrong before.
How do you mean?
I don't know. He's been out for a long time of injury. He was put into recess by the IBF. I just watched him the other day in a public workout, and maybe he was just messing around, but I just didn't think that he looked that sharp. I just think Haskins has got that style that can really frustrate people, and I just think it's a shot to nothing for Haskins, isn't it? No one knows who he is in America. No one will know who he is in the arena. He has zero pressure. Just go and do his thing. I really hope he does it.
When I spoke to Carl Frampton yesterday, he said that he would beat Quigg, and he said now obviously David Haye's with Shane. Shane will take out Joshua.
Shane will take out
Not
Joshua.
Shane.
I'd like to see that. Can we arrange that one?
David Haye will take out Joshua. Now there's obviously movement about David Haye coming back. Is that sort of a realistic target for the next 18 months that you put?
I think
that's
why David Haye's come back for Anthony Joshua. I think he's looking at that fight and thinking that's the humdinger of British boxing. He might be right, but you know, I'm really excited to see David Haye return. I think it's great for the sport. I think it's great for heavyweight boxing particularly. But David's right. He knows what he's doing, and he knows that the biggest fight out there for him is Anthony Joshua. And you know, we're of course very excited about the potential of that fight. I think, you know, in terms of Carl's comments, I think, you know, he's probably joking, because there's about as much chance of that happening as you winning Best Dressed Man of the Year. But David, it's going to be difficult for him to come back at that level and get hit on the chin hard when you've been out and enjoying your life for 2 or 3 years. But he's an exceptional talent, so it's going to be interesting.
It was a bit of a cheap dig, wasn't it?
What?
You. So little dig. So your dad's going to be in Germany.
Yeah, he's going to be out there, and he loves it. He loves the away days. He's a lucky charm as well. Travelled twice with Jane McDonnell, and he'll be getting right involved on Saturday. He's taking massive support out there, Murray, and the atmosphere is going to be fantastic. And I'm sure my old man will be right amongst them with a few beers.
Just talk to me about the timings of stuff for Saturday night.
Okay, so we go on air at 8 o'clock. We go with Chris Jenkins, Tyrone Nurse for the British Super Lightweight title rematch. Should be a great fight. And then after that, around 9 p.m, we go with Ryan Burnett against Jason Booth for the British Bantamweight title. Then we go to Hanover. In the arena, we go with Isaac Lowe and Ryan Doyle. People saying, oh, you're going to show it in the arena. We've just got too many championship fights to get through. We can't have an hour and 15-minute gap in the entertainment. Obviously, you know, Ryan Doyle sold 400 or 500 tickets and people coming to watch them fight. We've got to get them in. That fight will take place while the Murray fights in the ring at about 10:45. Crolla ring walks, something like that. It's a massive night. Yes, I think it's going to be 4 hours of championship boxing on Sky with 2 world titles on Saturday. So it's a massive night.
Are you done with Sky? Flip over to BoxNation.
Yeah. I don't know. It's about 4 or 5 in the morning. Something like that. It's a good fight. I think Canelo's going to win. I think he'll be too young and too fresh. But I was having the argument with Joe and Quigg, and they both think that Cotter will win, but I'm not quite sure.
All right, well, make sure you tune into that. Eddie Hearn will be tuning into BoxNation as well. So
I'll be following it on my Twitter.
Eddie Hearn?
I haven't got BoxNation.
Do you know what? If I spoke to them,
do you reckon they get me a free one?
I reckon they would.
Can you sort it out for me?
Are you being serious? Yeah. No, but I think they will.
Yeah, I mean, listen. Banter aside,
no banter juice needed.
None today. I think their international content is absolutely top draw.
Okay, we'll leave it there.
That's an endorsement. They can use that if they want. Probably get them some more subscribers. But I don't really like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning boxing. After doing a show, I'm starting to sound asleep. You know me, Coog.
Yeah. That's what it is. They can't revolve their time scheduling around your sleep pattern, unfortunately, in Las Vegas.
Probably should.
Eddie Hearn, thanks for on Typhoon TV, and we'll catch up with you over the weekend.
Cheers, mate.